everyone, and welcome to Transcend Liberalism. South Africa is hitting crisis levels. There is barely enough water to go around to make sure that every citizen is able to keep hydrated, but the government has other issues that they want to deal with. Recently, the government is looking into amending their constitution so they can forcefully take land from white farmers in the name of social equality. And if that isn't heinous enough, Al Jazeera is here to defend that policy and what they're doing in that country. Let's have a look. And you know what? I'm glad Trump is. I have a genuine concern for the people of South Africa and what repercussions these policies are going to have on their food supply. I'm happy Trump is starting the process to take the appropriate action. This matter is serious for the stability of their population. Trump is showing more interest in the people of South Africa than their government is. The government of South Africa seems bent on forcing their agenda of social equality and fairness to the point that it's going to lead to the harming of their citizens.
The president of South Africa has begun seizing land from his own citizens without compensation because they are the wrong skin color. That is literally the definition of racism.
Is it a racist policy? Yeah, absolutely it is. You want the best person for the job when it comes to sustaining your populace with food. You want people who know how to farm and will grow food so you don't have to, and lets you perform your own vital service for the community. Is this the literal definition of racism? I can't say for absolute certainty that they are doing this solely because they hate white people based on the color of their skin. I think it's more driven by the idea of social equality and social fairness to make everything 50-50, but that's not a good thing, and that's not what's going to help production. Production equality is not going to help your production. You need a meritocracy in this case, where the more skilled people you have at farming, the better the production is and the better the yield it's going to grow. You don't want 50-50 in this case. You don't want the worst person handling your food supply. It's a bad idea.
The expropriation of land without compensation, our position is that that would risk sending South Africa down the wrong path.
I couldn't agree more. I wonder what Al Jazeera has to say. Oh God. Oh, they're gonna defend it because Trump said something, aren't they? Oh no. You mean had a history. But I'll just put this one in my pocket for later, Al Jazeera, okay? I'll wait and let you continue. So, Al Jazeera, you're justifying treating people like second-class citizens just because it was done in the past? Has it ever occurred to you, two wrongs don't make a right? That while it took an especially long time and pressure from the outside world to say to South Africa, look, treating people like this is wrong and immoral, you shouldn't be doing it. You need to stop treating your population like this. You're going to sit back and applaud this as just an act. If it was wrong to do to one people, why is it okay to do it to another? Just curious.
You are a person, you're still alive, but you got nothing on the world. You're just a person. You will die like a dog.
And dying like dogs will be the fate of many South Africans if you disrupt the food supply. Hey, Al Jazeera, you remember that point you made earlier? I'm going to be pulling that card here in a minute. So now, in present day South Africa, they no longer have those racist laws and haven't had them for over 2 decades. So what's stopping them, Al Jazeera? With the government buyback program, which is fair because it allows farmers to willingly give up their land in exchange for compensation, I'm okay with that. I am not okay with stealing somebody by force. It wasn't okay when white people did it centuries ago, so what makes it justified now? It's been a long process to redistribute to the black population of South Africa. I'm curious how many of the black population have risen up to accept the lands currently on offer. I would imagine, given a fair deal, many farmers would accept the buyout or either retire, start a new business. So I don't think it's the farmer's end. I think it's more finding people who want to work long hours and hard days to make meager earnings. It's one of the reasons Americans don't want farm jobs. There's no money to be made in it. And people want to make a quick buck. And you're not going to find that in farming. Yet it's still a vital part to keeping your community functioning. I'm curious. Do these people intend to farm and work to help support their fellow South African and make sure that people have something to eat?
It's like living like an animal. But this is not actually for human beings to live in such conditions.
No one is forcing you to live there now. You are free to move and find your own job in a better area. The old apartheid laws are gone. You're an equal citizen now. But you need to take that initiative for yourself, at least in my opinion, and escape the mentality that thinks that you yourself are trapped in this area, because you're not. It's all mental to you.
The intention of this proposed amendment is to promote redress, advance economic development, increase agricultural production and food security.
Increase? Are your current farmers not doing a good enough job? I don't hear much about your food shortages here in the US. I heard a lot about your water problems and the murdering of farmers, but not food productivity. Socialists do land grabs claiming to increase food production, but for some reason the population always goes hungry over the course of time. It never fails. It's what happens when you steal land from productive people and give it to someone else who doesn't know what they're doing with it.
It will also transform the unjust spatial realities in urban areas.
The government always says that when they do something like this. It keeps the populace complacent before things take a really bad turn. You have unused farmland, and you're taking more land. Why not get rid of the land you have on hand and see how this experiment fares before you start mass confiscations? This from the land of people who feed your populace. It blows my mind what they're doing. It makes no sense. It's almost like Trump has the interest of all South Africans in mind more than their own government does. Their government seems more concerned about extracting revenge for the sins of past white people than they are about maintaining their functioning society. Al Jazeera is truly showing its cultural roots of Hammurabi's code here. You stole from us, so we're going to cut off your hand. And in this specific case, even if it is also our own hand, just to spite us because of history. Like, is Al Jazeera gaslighting the situation here? Are they trying to psychologically manipulate their audience into accepting the destruction of a vital economic need that their society depends on? Because what? Equality? How are people sitting by and letting this happening? I'm at a loss for words here. This is going to lead to South Africa turning into the state of Zimbabwe and just sheer breakdown of social and the society in general. That's pretty messed up if you ask me. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video like this. And share this video with your friends so everybody is informed as to what's going on in the world. Thank you.